So I'm here with one of the newest members of the Phoenix Suns, Grayson Allen, and we'll kind of jump right into what we want to talk about today. It's your sixth season now, your fourth team. You touched on this a little bit when you were talking to us a few weeks ago, but moving cities, it's something that maybe a lot of fans overlook, especially this time, being traded so close to the season. How have you adjusted this time around? What have you learned from before? Like, how does that process work for you?
So the first time I got traded was tough. Second time was easier. And now this time was the toughest just because I got here and my first practice, first time in the gym with the team was first day of training camp. So it's been a little bit of a whirlwind that first week or two getting here, living out of a hotel, having one suitcase, and coming in and having training camp, getting right to it. But I'm getting settled in now, and I'm getting close to having my family here, my wife. So it's getting better.
Been able to find a place yet? I know the market here is crazy. I've been looking at homes. I mean, different echelons of homes, obviously, but it's crazy out here.
Yeah, haven't moved in yet, but I think we found one.
Okay. What's it like? So you touched on it, you have to, wait, and now you got to get your wife here because she has to pick things up. And she has things that she does. What's it like mentally? Is she really accepting of it? Is it hard for you to? How does that kind of mesh for you?
Well, I think it's a lot tougher on her than it is on me, because she kind of sets up her life outside of NBA stuff. Right, I come here and I automatically have, I'm here for work, I'm here for the Suns. Instantly have people I hang out with from the team, whereas she has to meet new people. She has to figure out her niche in Phoenix, so I think it's a little bit tougher on her. So she's kind of finishing up what she had going on in Milwaukee, but I think she's excited to be here. It'll be a great winter here with the weather and the sunshine, and we're really excited about it.
I gotta say, if she's close, I think we're at our last 90-degree day as we're talking, so it looks like we're gonna get that beautiful Phoenix weather finally.
Yeah.
You found any cool places, like restaurants, things like that you're excited that you've gotten to know or that you want to take her to?
No, not yet. I've been a super homebody these last couple weeks. So when she hasn't even been out here yet, so when she gets out here, we'll get a little bit more adventurous and go find some good spots for dinner or lunch, breakfast on off days, whatever it is. But so far, I've just been resting, staying inside.
Right. So training camp, especially homebody season, obviously, is she the one that likes more so going out than you guys do, or is she kind of similar in that way too?
She's a little bit similar, but she's really adventurous. Getting out, going on hikes, taking long walks. We have 2 dogs with the dogs. So when we have some off days and I'm not completely dead tired, she'll convince me to go on some hikes with them or go explore. In Milwaukee, we go down by the beach, walk along the lake. So we'll find some stuff to do here too.
Talk about being dead tired. Is this training camp maybe more so than others? I know everybody's been kind of saying this is a different kind of training camp with Coach Vogel. This one leaving you a little more tired?
Definitely the most 5-on-5 I've played in a training camp. Maybe other than my rookie year in Utah, but it's definitely, if not more, it's right there with it. But for me, that was kind of cool. I kind of needed that. Being here, it was day one, so I needed the reps. I wasn't in playing pickup with all the guys the last few weeks like everyone else was. So it was cool, but it was definitely a very busy days.
Right. So obviously, I want to go back to just the move here so close. So the hotel, still looking, waiting on the wife. So that's all been difficult. What's been kind of the maybe easiest parts of this transition over? Is there anything that's been easy, or has it all kind of been difficult?
Everything on the court, everything basketball-wise has been easy so far. It's been really seamless. I feel like I already have a good relationship with my teammates, coaches, good chemistry with the guys on the court. Fitting in and playing with them has all been really easy. So all the important on the court stuff has been easy. It's just the off the court stuff right now. It's a little difficult.
Yeah. How has your relationship kind of been growing with the guys so quickly on this team? How are you feeling? Where you stand with everybody right now?
It's been good. So I actually know a lot of the guys on the team already. It wasn't my first time meeting a lot of them.
Right.
Whether it's Book from all the way back from in high school, or J.O. from being in the same draft, Mezzi, Yuta, Keita. A lot of these guys I've known for a while. So that made it a little bit easier coming in day one, already having guys I knew. I didn't have to introduce myself to everybody and So yeah, it's been pretty cool.
So now being in the position you're in, I'm always curious with this because it doesn't matter whether you've been in the league 1 year, 6 years in your case, 10, 12, whatever. There's things that maybe you learned that, not saying you would have done differently, but things that, understanding, shoot, I can be traded 1 year after being in the league. I can be moved again and then have to be dealt before the year. What would you tell your younger self when you were at Duke getting ready for the draft about just how that would work? Did you have people in your corner telling you that? Did you know, or is it all kind of new?
It was a little bit like I wasn't really expecting my first trade, but then after that happened, then it's just kind of in the back of mind, like, if this happens, I've done it before. It's not the end of the world.
Right.
Like, it's an easy thing. And Coach K called me after the first time I got traded, and he was like, there's a lot of guys who have long careers in the league, but they just get traded a lot. Like,
right.
It just happens. Like, you might play for 15 years, you might play for 10 years, but you might play for 7 or 8 different teams. Like, that's just some guy's journey. So for me, like, it's always been my goal, like, if I can play 82, like, if I can just have that goal in the back of my mind, that kind of takes the pressure off of performing and everything else, because that just means you're healthy and playing well. But I've been blessed to be traded into great situations. Like my second and third year in, being traded into Memphis, a young team where I got opportunity to play, then being traded to a contender in Milwaukee for 2 years into a good spot, and now being traded to another contender in a good spot. So I've been very blessed with the trades. Like, when I look back on them, I can't really complain too much. Like, I've ended up in good spots.
Right. It's more so like, I'm sure when they happen, don't know why it's happening, but it's for a reason, whatever that reason is. And so, like you said, you end up in great situations. And I think longevity in the league, in any professional sports league, it kind of is about the situations you're in. Because you look at, if I go to football, you might see a quarterback drafted 1 overall. He might look terrible because he's in an awful situation and he never stands a chance. But when you get those good situations, it kind of gives you that longevity, huh?
For sure. I mean, a lot of times it's about fit. A lot of times it's about opportunity and a good mix of being ready and getting it.
Yeah. Speaking of that too, obviously with basketball, I mean, in any sport, can be taken away at a moment. And with your wife, she's kind of dealt with that because she was able to play and then NWSL and had the hip stuff. Is that something that you ever even consider that could happen? Like, obviously you plan on playing in the league for a long time. Is that ever something that you would prepare for because you have someone in your life that's already gone through that in their own way?
I don't think you prepare for it. No. I mean, in her scenario, I don't think she would have had to have stopped playing if the timing of getting her hip diagnosis right would have been correct, and the doctors would have gotten it right the first time. So I'm putting a little bit of blame on the doctors on that one. Like, there's not a lot of things that are going to keep you out of the game now. So I don't think it's something to prepare for. But I mean, I've been huge on my body and my fitness and what I'm eating, and getting sunlight is actually a huge part of how I feel like I recover best. Especially in the morning. So being here definitely helps with that. But really, just the mentality is like, even if I don't play 20 years, like, I'm preparing now like I'm playing 20 years, and so I want my body in the best shape possible and addressing any little inconsistencies there might be.
Really is the perfect situation then. The sunlight, fit on the team, all that for you. I mean, now especially, like, I'm the same way. It's get the sun. If I feel like anything coming on, like I feel something, it's immediately, I'm going to go sit in the sun. Even if it was 100, it was a little harder, but now in the 80s, it'll be kind of nice. So that's good. I guess sort of last thing, I mean, you're here ready for the season. Not sure when this is going to come out, by the way, people, but when it does, it'll be sometime before the home opener. What are you looking forward to about playing in front of the home fans in Phoenix? I'm sure you've heard a lot about how it's been. You played against them at home. Like, what are you looking forward to about just kind of getting to know how the fan base is here?
I mean, so every time I've played here, it's been a great crowd. It's one of the places you kind of look forward to playing. And because the crowd's so great, and our open practice being as packed as it was, kind of got me a lot more excited for that home opener to get out here, just because like, I know it's going to be packed and loud, and we have great fans here in Phoenix, so I'm excited to get that true feeling of what it's like in regular season.
But you were soaking it in at that open practice?
Yeah, I was
there,
looking. I was
like,
very
wow.
impressed at how many people were there, and so I mean, that's it's such an advantage for any team to
Yeah.
get that kind of support at home.
Yeah, you'll learn quickly. Phoenix is a Suns town. The
Yeah.
Diamondbacks right now are the talk right now with everything they're doing, but
As they should be.
it's a Suns town
Yeah.
through and through. Grayson, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Really appreciate it. Good
Thank
luck
you.
this year.
Thank you.